Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm Jerry from Bigelow Woodcraft. My wife is going to be out here to join us shortly. But let's talk about what we got on here real quick. We have a red oak, more trailer decking, 12 and a half. I think it's probably 12 foot long, 12 foot, 4 inches long. $14 and a half. 12 and a half, 14 and a half. I do have this side jacked up. You can see. So these are going to be those 5/4 deck boards. This should be it. I'm looking for a 10-inch cant. And we'll go from there. In fact, I'm going to double check those boards I cut yesterday, but I think they're 10 or something like that. But 5/4 boards. But we wanted... Oh, here she is. She's walking out here now. If you're not new to the channel, you've met Jill before out here before. But if you're new to the channel, this is my wife, Jill. And we're going to ask her a few questions today. She's been working on a project of recent. And we just wanted to share it with you guys. And then we're going to get cutting this log. But so I have a few questions for her to introduce herself to you guys. So let's get this going. Tell the viewers about yourself.
I'm Jill, and I am a retired kindergarten teacher. I taught for 33 years in kindergarten, and I was in education for 34 years. So,
33 years?
33 years in kindergarten.
Can you name any of your first students ever?
Yes, my first year was 1991, so I can name probably 17 out of the 24 for sure.
Wow.
But I can tell you like Courtney and Monica and Liliana, Brandon, Kurt, Dwayne. Keep going.
Do you still keep in touch with any of those students?
Yes, I do. I, through social media, Facebook, I'm friends with some of them still. And one of them, Andrea, is a good family member, or a family friend, I should say, a good family friend now that I've known her since my first year teaching. So, other
than teaching and grandkids, so what are things you like to do?
I like hiking. I like kayaking, walking the dog almost every day if I can, and being with the grandchildren and spending lots of time with family and friends.
So you mentioned kindergarten. Did you ever teach any other grades?
Kindergarten the whole way.
Oh,
like my mom said, I never could pass out of it.
What did you like most about your job?
I loved interacting with the kids and mostly just watching them learn and see that light in their eyes when they learn something and reading stories to them.
So with that being said, you've been working on a new project. And would you like to share your project, what you've been working on?
Yeah. So a few years ago when Jerry was off in Florida and I had some time to just sit, think, and reflect, I wrote some fun little books, I thought, or stories to go with his YouTube channel. And when he got home, I showed him that and he thought it was a good idea. But then it got put on the back burner. But fast forward to today, we published a book.
So you published your first book. And the title of the first book is?
From Tree to Lumber with Papa Jerry.
And so what ages would they be appropriate for?
I would say like 3 to 9-ish is a good age. Our grandson, who is 3, loves to look through books and listen to stories, and he loved it. And then our other grandson is only 1.5 years, and he sat and listened to the story too. But then it's good for readers for just the different skills you have using when you're reading, so the older kids can enjoy it just by learning to read it.
How long did it take you to write this book?
Sitting down and writing it was just something that took a couple days because I read so many stories to kindergartners that I could come up with rhyming text and just the process. But then I had to verify everything with you to make sure that what I wrote from tree to lumber was the correct steps and not making it too complicated, keeping it simple enough for the kids.
So guys, with that being said, we're going to show you this new book. And this new book goes along with this lumber yard. You'll see the kiln in the back. You'll see the woodshed. You'll see the sawmill. You'll see the cant hooks. You'll see the log arch. You'll see all that stuff that we use in here. The tractor, the grandkids, and Jill herself.
I brought it.
You got it out here too. So let's move up to the camera a little bit
right.
so we can see. If you don't mind, just open the book up and show them some pictures. Well, first of all, let's show the cover.
This is Jerry.
And
Jerry.
some of you know Abby. A couple of the grandkids, the grandma. All right.
We incorporated that in. We wanted to make sure they were included. So the colorful illustrations are the big eye catcher, I think. So when you publish a book and you do self-publishing, they'll ask you a ton of questions. And the first question was, what do you want your illustrations to be like? And I said colorful earth tones, and I think they nailed it.
I think they really did. So where can we buy this book right now? Where can we get this book?
It's available on Amazon, and it's available in paperback and on Kindle.
Mm-hmm. And we didn't set the price for this. Amazon did set the price for this. I think it's
$14.24 right now.
$14.24.
They'll ask you what you want to set your price at, and that's not what I set it at, but they said due to the field.
What they thought it would sell for is she sold about 100 copies already, guys.
Yeah.
So if you want a copy of this for your grandkids, we'll put a link in the description. Now, this book is pretty interesting. There's a spot where you can make a list. Why don't you tell us what you got there?
Yeah. So at the end of the story, he's thinking about what he wants to build because he's always building something. And so then it gives the kids, oops, I just had it there, the opportunity to journal it so they can write down different ideas of things they would like to build and then illustrate it. So it's kind of like almost a journal too, or a little keepsake. So when they get older, they can look back at that too.
And there's also a glossary of terms in the back of here. So that the children will learn all kinds of different terms. That's really neat.
Some of the terms that I use in the book, I just wanted younger readers to understand what they fully meant. And then for fun, especially for the younger kids, our grandsons love hidden picture stuff. So we had different animals and tools hiding throughout the book. And the one is a robin that's on every page.
I found it.
Yeah.
But I see a cool little green bird.
Yeah.
Neat.
It looks like he belongs in Florida, though.
So we're very proud. I'm very proud of her. My kids are proud of her. The grandkids absolutely love it. Your grandkids and your kids will love it too. Even if you don't have them, get it and donate it to a library. So again, I'll leave a link in the description where you can get it. And probably the next handful of videos, we'll just keep putting the link in there. This is her book. If you want a signed copy, let us know. We could probably work something out and we can get you a signed copy. If you let us know the children's name, and we can probably get them signed and sent off to you. So with that being said, guys, we got some work to do. Enough of the book. I love the book. We read the book. We just got our copies 2 days ago.
Yesterday.
Oh, yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. They just came today. Or yesterday. So today we're launching it. So guys, thank you very much for all the continued support, and hopefully you'll enjoy this book and enjoy what we got going on out here.
And thanks in advance.
Ray, what do you have?
Book.
Whose book?
My book.
Your book. Who's on the front?
Bubba and Abby.
Bubba and Abby. Who else?
Mimi is a squirrel.
It says, From Tree to Lumber with Papa Jerry.
The birds.
I see a bird too. What is he doing?
The tractor.
He's on his tractor.
It's his shop.
And he has his chainsaw.
And the bird and the bird.
There is another birdie.
ahead, Jill. Go ahead, Jill. This side, this side, this side. Guys, the lumber turned out well. I'm happy with it. Other than, we have 3 boards, looks like 2 boards with some significant holes in them. And a little bit of waning, but trailer deck boards for the hay wagon. But guys, hopefully you got a chance to meet my wife and you enjoyed her company today. And one thing I forgot to ask you about this book, Jill, who'd you write it for?
I wrote it for the subscribers or the viewers of your channel, actually, the viewers, and so that they can share it with their kids, grandkids, or anybody who they choose to. And then again, for family too. So the grandsons have something to remember. Yeah, a little legacy from what Grandpa does at the mill.
and what Grandma did and does. It's school teacher. So she does have some appointments. She has to read this to a bunch of classes and some libraries and stuff like that. So get yourself one, guys. Again, the link is in the description. And we're very pleased with how it turned out.
Yeah, it's also on Kindle too. So
It's on.
Kindle
You can
and
get a
paperback.
paperback and hey, there's the luggage. Somewhere in here is my kiln. Let's find the kiln. I think I know where it's at.
towards the right wherever the wood mill, one more page.
Right there. Check that out, guys. There's the saw shed. There's the kiln. There's Abby. There's the tractor. There I am. That's great. They did a great job. So, congratulations.
Thanks. Congrats to you too.
There's your book. All right, guys. We'll see you out here at the mill next time. Have a great one.
Have a good one.